Tonight, the latest Highlander profiled in our series. This time, it's winger Telusa Veainu.
All right, Telusa, let's sort out the problem with your name, because wherever you go, it's pronounced a million different ways. Tell me how to say it in your own words.
Well, I've had a lot of pronunciations of my name, and I've had Vanuatu, Veainu, just Veainu, and it's gone all over the show, but the correct way to say my name is Veainu. So, yeah, a lot of commentators, before they start the game, they'll come up to me and ask, how do I say your name and stuff like that. So I tell them it's Veainu, but it never comes out right during the commentary.
I'll spread the word for you. Keep trying. Does it bother you much being mixed up all the time?
No, not really. Like, it's just another... for me, I don't really mind. Like, I just play the game, and I'm more worried what's going to happen on the field than what happens outside it. So the media side of things, I just don't really care whether they get my name right or wrong. So I'm just happy to be out there performing, rather perform than get my name wrong. So yeah.
But we should get it right, and we will.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to very early days. Where were you born?
I was born in Kawakawa in Northland. So I was born right up in the Whangarei area. So, I moved to Auckland, and we lived there for a couple of years. I did my primary school there, and then I went to Tonga to live there for 2 years. And I came to Christchurch at about seven years old, and then from then on, that's where it all began for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about the first time you kicked a football around? What do you remember about that?
I just remember it being cold in Christchurch, frosty mornings, and it was just pretty much better to play on concrete rather than play on the frosty grounds. But I actually started playing league when I was younger, so I played league for about 3 years, and then I changed to rugby because the kids there had better rugby gears.
So
yeah, good reason. So I went to rugby because all the kids had awesome gears. And so when I went there, I found it really tough because I didn't know anything about rugby at the time.
Right.
But all my cousins and uncles and stuff played league, and yeah, I was the only one that turned to rugby because had all the flash gears. So.
What about first time you played seriously at school? What college did you go to, for instance?
I played for St Andrews College. By then I was already into my rugby. I was making Canterbury teams and stuff like that. So I was really keen on it, and I was training hard, and that's when I wanted to play for Crusaders and Canterbury. But yeah, things have changed.
What about club-wise? Who are you connected with?
Oh, in Christchurch, I'm connected with Sydenham Rugby Club, and in Dunedin, I'm with Green Island, the Grizzlies. So it's been different coming down into an environment like Green Island.
How so? How is it different?
Oh, it's just a lot more student. There's not as many old heads in there as there is back up in Christchurch. There is a couple of old heads in there, but more sort of social, and heaps of young bucks coming in. But yeah, no, it's good.
All right, let's talk about your debut for Canterbury. Who against, and what do you remember about that game?
I was on the bench. It was against North Harbour, and I came on with 20 minutes to go and had a crack. And for me, I was as nervous as hell. I ran on, and the first thing I noticed was the crowd, and my head was just spinning everywhere. But no, I was happy to get out there and have a go.
Have you always been a wing?
No, I played centre my whole life coming up as a rugby player. The only time I changed from centre to wing was when I made the under-20s, and from then on I just got stuck out on the wing.
But you've obviously got the gas, and you're not huge, are you? So wing's a safer place for you.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Get away from all those big, those big forwards when they try and chase me. But I'd rather run around them than try and run into them. So yeah, I've been better out on the wing.
All right, what about a rugby highlight with Canterbury so far, before we talk about the Highlanders, but within the Canterbury environment?
Well, 2010, that was probably the dream season for me. Winning the Ranfurly Shield and winning another, province title. So I think that whole year for me for Canterbury was just, that's what topped it off for me. I couldn't ask for a better year. Won the Ranfurly Shield and won the tournament. So that was for me the biggest highlight was 2010. But to score in the Ranfurly Shield game was something special. So I always remember that game.
Because that history with that shield is fantastic. You know, all the players know how important it is.
Yeah, and for me coming into the environment, I didn't know, you know, what it. I mean, we've heard all the stories about, you know, the big log of wood and stuff like that, but you don't find out what it's like until you actually play for it, and the coaches, you know, take you through the steps of, you know, you don't really get a chance like this to play for the shield, and not many people, you know, get a chance. I talked to Tony Brown. I think he's only played for it about a couple of times, 3 or 4 times, and for me, I've played for it, you know, heaps of times already. So
you've won it and he hasn't.
Yeah, I've won it and he hasn't. Yeah, so to win it at that age as well, I was quite happy. So.
All right, the connection with the Highlanders, how did that come about?
No connection at all. I just wanted to get a bit of game time, and I thought coming down here will, you know, give me benefits of, you know, more game time. So.
Did Jamie contact you, or is that how it came about?
Yeah, they came through my agent, and they wanted to know if I was keen on coming down to Dunedin. Had no idea what was going to happen coming down here, and I didn't really know much about Dunedin until, you know, Nasi, who's my flatmate, just sort of filled me in and sort of made it more comfortable for me to come down. So.
And you're happy with the environment here?
Yeah, I've been loving it. I've got actually quite a few mates that are at uni that I've been catching up with, and they've sort of helped the transition from Christchurch down here a lot easier, and it's been loving all the students, and no, it's a good environment down here, good vibe.
It's a young person city, isn't it? There's plenty going on.
Yeah, there's plenty going on, but apart from that, the weather's shocking. You never know what you're going to get. So I've learned that if it's sunny, you just don't hang out your washing, but if it's raining in the morning, you hang it out, because normally by the end of the day, it's like sunny as, and you've missed out all the sunshine, and, you know. So,
the beauty, of course, is you'd be playing inside, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, it'll be a lot warmer, and there'll be no rain, and no, you know, it'll be perfect with rugby conditions for everyone. So.
It's great facility, isn't it? Not just the playing surface, but everything they're provided for you now.
Oh yeah, the stadium I played in it, we were the first ones to play in it against Otago, and that was outrageous. I couldn't, like, it was like carpet. The grass is unreal. Like, you can probably sleep on it. But
great for running across the top of.
Yeah, it was awesome, mate. Like, it's half artificial, I think it is. But yeah, I'm so happy. It's a great stadium, mate. Better than the ones in Christchurch so far. So.
That's right. This is one standing up.
Yeah.
This is your second season with the Highlanders. What did you learn in that first stand with them?
For me, I didn't have anything to compare it to coming in as a new kid on the block. It was my first rugby campaign last year, and I didn't, you know, really have. I didn't have anything to fall back onto. I didn't have anything to compare it to. So I came in not knowing anything, but I had to soak in a lot of things. And for me, I think I took things a bit for granted, and I sat back way too much because I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to be the one that's, you know, quite out there and do all of this stuff and that. But I think I sat back way too much last year, and for me this year, I've got something to compare it to, and now I've just learned to not take things for granted and to pick off the old heads. And yeah, they've taught me so much in terms of rugby and just being a better person off the field.
And from what we hear, Jamie Joseph works you pretty hard.
Yeah, he really works us hard. But I've been lucky to have the different coaching styles, you know, from the guys in Canterbury and the guys down here. But no, I really like Jamie's coaching style. You know, it's just straightforward. There's no way around things. It's just his way or the highway, pretty much. So, yeah, it's good.